All right, let's wrap up this edition of PFT PM with a few questions from the mailbag. As always, it's a Twitter handle I can't make out. Something that begins with a J. J. Sam Saya Dig. That's the closest I can. And I always wonder,
what
is
it
it, am I going to be like Mo Sizlak with Bart Simpson on the other end of the phone yelling out to the bar, hey, I got a phone call. Never mind. All right, with the Bengals upgraded O-line, what should they be looking for in the draft? Charean, any thoughts?
Well, they're seriously in a position to go best player available. And you say that every draft, but teams have needs and they address those. The Bengals, to me, look like that team that can truly go best player available. But Bill Parcells always had the mantra of you draft offensive linemen and defensive linemen, and you can't have enough of them. So anybody along that line who is the highest available at that point.
Yeah, I agree. And look, just because they signed 3 offensive linemen doesn't mean they don't need more help. Get the best offensive lineman that you can. Eduardo Hawk at 20. Which quarterback do you think will be available for the Steelers, Charean?
I don't know that any are going to be there at 20. They're going to have to move up if they want one, Mike, because as we know, quarterbacks always go higher than they probably should just because teams need them, and they're going to trade up to get them. If they want one of those guys, they better be ready to trade up to get him.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And we've seen the Steelers trade up in the past on multiple occasions for guys they really liked in round one. They did it with Troy Polamalu 19 years ago. They did it with Santonio Holmes in 2006, I believe the year was. And also they did it with Devin Bush. And Polamalu and Holmes worked out, although Holmes ultimately didn't work out in Pittsburgh. He was a Super Bowl MVP. So I'd say for the most part, that move worked out for the Steelers. But absolutely, quarterbacks are going to get overdrafted. The draft experts can say, well, this year the quarterback, it doesn't matter. Teams need quarterbacks. Panthers need a quarterback. Steelers need a long-term answer. They went 20 years between Terry Bradshaw and Ben Roethlisberger. They can't let that happen again. All right, let's see what else we can jam in here before we're out of time. Sean Alvashire, do you think the Dolphins' sudden win-now attitude is related to the Flores lawsuit, specifically the charges of paying him to lose games? I'll say quickly it has nothing to do with it. Do you think it has anything to do with it?
Well, they set it up to be good this year and to go into free agency with the money that they had, Mike. So I don't think it has anything to do with the lawsuit.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.